Self-compassion in yoga is a transformative approach that invites us to cultivate kindness, patience, and acceptance toward ourselves as we navigate our practice. At its core, self-compassion means recognizing our limitations and honoring our individual journeys rather than striving for an unattainable ideal of perfection. This mindset is not just beneficial, it's essential for fostering a positive, fulfilling relationship with yoga. When we embrace self-compassion, we empower ourselves to focus on progress rather than perfection, which opens the door to a wealth of physical, mental, and emotional benefits. One of the most significant advantages of practicing self-compassion in yoga is the reduction of self-criticism. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of negative self-talk, particularly when we compare our abilities to those of others or to an idealized version of ourselves. By practicing self-compassion, we learn to recognize these critical thoughts and release them. This shift creates a more positive mindset, allowing us to appreciate our unique progress without the weight of judgment. As we become less critical, we simultaneously increase our resilience and motivation. When we shift our focus to small, achievable goals, like practicing with mindfulness or simply being present in each pose, we build a foundation of resilience that makes it easier to continue our practice, even when faced with challenges. Moreover, self-compassion significantly improves our emotional well-being. It acts as a buffer against stress and anxiety, fostering a sense of inner peace and emotional balance. When we approach our practice with kindness, we cultivate a deeper awareness of our bodies. This enhanced mindfulness leads to a stronger mind-body connection, allowing us to tune into what our bodies truly need each day. We learn to respect our limits and honor our abilities, which supports sustainable growth in our practice. By practicing with patience and kindness, we avoid the pitfalls of overexertion and burnout, paving the way for steady progress. To cultivate self-compassion in our yoga practice, we can start by setting realistic, kind goals. Instead of aiming for perfection, we can focus on small, achievable intentions. For instance, we might remind ourselves to practice with mindfulness or to simply be present in each pose. By celebrating small wins, like holding a pose for an extra breath or feeling more relaxed, we reinforce the idea that progress isn't solely about perfect poses. It's about building resilience and awareness. Reflecting on how far we've come, whether in physical strength, flexibility, or consistency in showing up on the mat, can be immensely rewarding. Listening to our bodies is another vital aspect of self-compassion in yoga. Each day brings different energy levels and needs, and it's essential to respect those signals. Instead of comparing ourselves to others or striving for an idealized version of a pose, we can honor our unique journeys. On days when we feel low energy, we can practice gentler poses or focus on breath work, approaching any setbacks with curiosity rather than frustration. This mindset encourages us to ask ourselves what our bodies might need to feel supported and comfortable, rather than pushing through discomfort. Using modifications and props is another compassionate choice that enhances our practice. Props like blocks, straps, and bolsters support our bodies, especially when we encounter limitations in flexibility or strength. Embracing these tools allows us to deepen our practice without judgment. Modifications do not detract from our abilities. Rather, they enhance our experience, making it more accessible and enjoyable. Reframing negative thoughts is a powerful technique for fostering self-compassion. When we catch ourselves in self-critical thoughts, we can gently replace them with more positive language. Instead of saying, "I can't do this pose," we can affirm, "I'm working toward this pose at my own pace." Using affirmations such as, "I am enough as I am," or "My practice is valuable regardless of perfection," helps cultivate a kind, supportive mindset. Letting go of the need for perfection is perhaps one of the most liberating aspects of self-compassion in yoga. Each session will feel different, and that's perfectly okay. Focusing on simply showing up, rather than perfecting each pose, allows us to view our practice as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every small step forward is a victory worth celebrating. As we practice self-compassion on the mat, we can also extend these principles into our daily lives. Recognizing and reframing negative self-talk becomes a powerful tool for building resilience. When we make mistakes, we can remind ourselves that it's okay to be human and that we're learning every day. Setting personal goals based on progress and learning, rather than rigid perfection, allows us to embrace challenges as integral parts of our journeys. Taking rest when needed, without guilt, is another crucial aspect of self-compassion. Just as we listen to our bodies in yoga, we must honor our needs for rest and self-care off the mat. This balance supports a healthy lifestyle rooted in compassion and acceptance. Ultimately, embracing progress over perfection in yoga lays the foundation for trust, resilience, and joy in our practice. By letting go of perfectionism, we reduce stress and self-criticism, replacing pressure with kindness and acceptance. This shift encourages long-term growth, allowing us to deepen our practice over time. As we build emotional resilience, we learn to handle setbacks with patience and positivity, enhancing our enjoyment and fulfillment in the journey. So, as you step onto your mat today, consider what areas of your practice might invite self-criticism. How can you approach those moments with kindness instead? Reflect on how celebrating small wins can help you stay motivated and connected to your practice. And think about how practicing self-compassion in yoga can support your emotional resilience and well-being, not just on the mat, but in every aspect of your life. Embrace this journey with an open heart, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your progress.